One of them, and they baled with wires. They tied them wires by hand.
You know
Sat on that
when
seat.
I get my picture taken when I got something like this in my hand?
Hi, Bill.
How you doing, Bill?
Not bad, so.
Good.
Bill, this is Jake and Jeanette and my daughter, of course, Jennifer.
Hi there.
Who's that one over there? Jennifer, how are you?
We're gonna do some filming of your event, and hopefully we'll turn it into a blockbuster superstar
Stuff all made in
bestseller.
America.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go.
All this stuff was made in America. Yeah, that's true. So one day we're sitting in the tavern drinking beer, talking about thrashing, and we decided that we would do that. So we found a machine. Guy gave us, that nice one there, this guy gave it to us. He said, and it was like new. We said, what do you want for it? He said, if you guys thrash with it, let me come and look at it. Here.
Wow.
Gave it to us.
Here is the main man, yeah?
Here, you speak to him here as president.
What should we speak about?
Jim Twick, this is Jake.
Hey, Jake!
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Treating you today?
Pretty good.
That's
So,
terrific.
I hear you're the president.
I have that title, yes. That doesn't mean much here, though, yeah? That's probably because I'm the only guy that didn't say no when they asked, you know? But my term is up here. My 20-year term is up here next year, so we pretty much got her on the downhill run, yeah?
20 years as the president for the, what is it?
Empire Threshing Association.
Empire Threshing Association. Yeah. Out of 25 years, it wasn't a bad run.
It's always been in this city or this town?
It's been in this area. And the township of Empire. That's how it got its name. Started out in the township of Empire. That's how Empire Thrashing got its name.
Wow.
Just make sure you ain't stepping on when you shift.
Yeah. It's simple.
Just let them alone. Unless it does an awful lot of raining.
Oh, you mean this locker four-wheel drive?
Yeah, this is what we're driving. That locks it in, but you don't have to. I got this. Oh, you lose this.
Introduce yourself.
Tom Gable,
Yeah.
And who's sitting next to you?
my girlfriend, wife.
Yeah.
That's a grain binder. Both of them are the same.
So you pulled it over with your tractor?
Yeah.
What does a grain binder do?
Cuts the grain, runs it up the elevator there, up over them rollers. There's all canvases on there, on those rollers.
Mm-hmm.
Then it goes over into a mechanism that bundles it. And it's bundled and tied, and there's a knotter on there. Ties a knot in the string, cuts the string off, throws the bundle off.
Is that when they make the the square meals or the round meals for the cows? You know what I'm talking about?
So, Ford and Ferguson got in a fight, and then Ferguson made their own tractor. It's another big old L case monster. Yeah.
That's how you turn it on? Is that
And
crank?
you got to crank it by hand. Yeah. This one's got a starter.
Does it kick back pretty good?
Oh, if it kicks, it break your. A lot of farmers had their thumb laid back here. was part of farming. Getting the old tractor kick and breaking your arm.
Are all these drivable? How did you get them all here? Did you
Sure.
pull 'em
Oh
here?
no, these are tractors all run.
They all run.
Oh yeah,
Amazing.
beautifully. Oh
Wow.
yeah. A lot of them are completely overhauled.
Now, what about these farm alls on the other side?
Well, that's all red stuff. This is all case we're looking at here.
Oh, okay. You gotta do one at a time.
Here's a monster of a tractor. This has got a GM diesel. Whining, the thing just roars. And at night when he puts it under load, it just hums. Then see, they went from gray to orange. Case company.
Oh, okay.
What's the most favorite tractor brand that people like?
Well, I think your Internationals and your John Deeres are
The town favorites.
yeah. Horse and a half to 2 horse. An old guy here. He picked them all up in a pail,
Mm-hmm.
Parts laying all over the shed. He'd gather up the parts and go home and then put together a tractor. Yeah, he's quite a guy, Clarence.
What do they use those for? Just for fun?
They pumped water and some of them maybe ran a little electrical plant, stuff like that. It's only a horse and a half, 2 horse, and they got an open piston.
The color.
You can see the crankshaft. The connecting rod, you grease by hand
Mm-hmm.
with a greaser,
Mm-hmm.
and he knew how to pour Babbitt bearings. If you know what I'm talking about.
Uh-uh.
Well, see the bearings. The engine ran and there was a lead bearing that went against the crankshaft because that was softer.
Mm-hmm.
And see, he knew how to do that, how to pour this hot lead, and they'd pour it right on the crank, then leave it sit there, and they oiled the crank, and it wouldn't stick to the crank, and that way that bearing was perfect fit.
It's like a bushing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And Clarence could do that today. Yeah.
What do those run on? Diesel or
No,
gas?
just gas. Yeah, he said he'll use tomorrow all day. He'll use 2 gallons of gas in all them engines. That's about what he'll get spent on gas.
How many people do you think will show up tomorrow?
Oh, depending on 1,500. We'll have quite a crowd here in the half by noon.
From all over the county?
All over the state.
Oh, the state.
And the 60 here, that's mine. The 60 John Deere. So,
How long have you owned that thing?
I haven't had that one very long.
You got a new starter on there?
Yeah. No, generator.
Generator? How come everyone's got a coffee can?
Well, I put it on the chimney and I didn't do it yet on the exhaust,
Oh, okay.
so it don't rain in.
Where are you taking us to now?
I'll take you up this other row here so you can get the red ones. It was sold new for about $600. Now you get about $2,600. And the tractor's 40, 50 years old.
Wow.
The tractor probably came out in the 40s, the late 40s. This little cub here,
Yep.
that's only 12 horses.
That's it?
Yep.
What's a
12
torque?
horses.
What's a torque?
Oh, horsepower. It'll pull like a lawnmower, one bottom plow, little garden tractor. That's what they were made for.
Keep it.
For this is Super M. They had about 6-8 horsepower more than a regular M. Our neighbor at Dotyville had one of those. I drove one of them a lot. The 88, that's a pretty powerful tractor. That'll rate with the M, with the red M. We can go ahead a little bit and then maybe you can catch that everything that it is right there on the 62 Oliver.
Wow.
Now this little guy here, see, them are the ones that are collectors. They're worth all the money. This one here,
Mm-hmm.
you won't lose a penny on that tractor. You buy that, keep it. The longer you keep it, the more it's worth. The same way with that little 550 there. Everybody wants, you know, gentlemen farmers, little horse ranches, stuff like that. They buy tractors. Yeah.
It's a nice deer.
Whose is that?
That's John Wettstein.
Oh, is it? I saw him driving it earlier.
Nice 730.
That's Bill right there. His dad bought one of them and they baled with wires. They tied them wires by hand.
You know
Sat
what
on
happens
that
when I
seat.
get my picture taken when I got something like this in my
Hi, Bill.
How you doing, Bill?
Not bad, so.
Good.
Bill,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is Jake and Jeanette and my daughter, of course, Jennifer.
Hi there.
Who's that one over there? Jenner, how are ya?
We're gonna do some filming of your event, and hopefully we'll turn it into a blockbuster superstar
It's all made in
bestseller.
America.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, all this stuff was made in America. Yeah, that's true. Oh,
Just, afraid that-
Okay, wait, what's this now right here?
this here is this guy. This chopper came out, and it was state of the art about 20 years ago. And this guy, he got a big write-up in a magazine on this chopper, on this particular chopper. He tore that right down to the frame,
Wow.
and then started all over and completely rebuilt.
He did?
Who's he?
No,
Who did
he ain't here right now. He's from up north of Appleton. And he said, I like you guys from Eden. He said, I'm going to bring, he was supposed to take this somewhere else today. But he said, I like you guys. He said, I'm going to bring it down by you. He's from 100 miles away.
You drove it 100 miles?
Well, they brought it down with a semi this morning.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. See, Fox was in Appleton, Wisconsin. All the Fox choppers and everything were built up there.
Mm-hmm.
They were in business about 50 years, and then they went out of business. That's the sad part of the farm machinery business. Is so many companies that went down.
What's your name?
Jim, pack
Jim.
first.
Yeah, let me get a.
And he'll explain all
Yeah.
this stuff. These are
I'm Jake.
These are all
Yeah.
real antiques.
So tell us what you got going on here.
Well, this, like I said, this one's for chopping corn silage or corn stalks up to make feed for cows.
Oh wow, that's cool.
It agitates. Just kind of goes back and forth.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Goes up on
That's
top
a
and
cool
then
gear.
drops underneath.
That's a cool gear drive. What year is this?
I'm not sure of the exact year. I know they were in, it was 1912, I think. Sears and Roebuck catalog had these in.
Six-cylinder?
4-cylinder.
Four-cylinder?
Very loud.
Is it these mostly run on gas still, or just diesel?
This was gas or distillate. It could
Oh,
actually
alcohol?
run alcohol too.
Wow.
It has a separate tank for where you'd start it on gas and you could switch it to alcohol.
That thing's gotta be loud then, eh? Pop, pop.
I can start it for you.
Oh yeah, start it, man. If you can start
Oh, I
it.
can start it.
What's it smell like? What do you got in there now? Alcohol or you just gas? Oh yeah. Leaded gas or just regular unleaded?
Unleaded, actually.
Unleaded. Where's the exhaust? Right there. All right.
There, yeah.
Let me stand over here.
Yeah. Got it over here? Yep.
Okay, tell us about what this thing is you're doing right now.
Well, I did is I turned the gas on, and there's a little lever here on the magneto that'll keep it from kicking it back.
Mm-hmm. So you don't bust your thumb.
Right. And then the other lever is actually advancing the timing.
What's the timing advance on this thing? 5 degrees?
Well, it's actually after, right now to start, if you go after top dead center, it starts easier.
Oh, okay. So it's all retarded.
Right. Gotta reset. Reset. We got a choke. Maybe try choke.
Hey, can I get an interview? Tell us all about this machine of yours here. What's your name?
Doug Malig from Marion, Wisconsin. 1974 Fox 4-H harvester, 3-row head, 4-wheel drive, 6-cylinder Detroit engine. They were the Cadillac in the 70s.
And what have you done to it?
Complete frame off restoration. Every nut and bolt was turned. Every new hose, belt, every individual piece was painted. It all started when I was invited into a show at Caroline Implement in Marion. So all I wanted was these here prices to put by my chopper that day. All I was looking for was the price of that chopper, which is $37,525, the base unit, and I wanted just this and a piece of literature to put by my machine that day. Well, phone call after phone call led to, I never did find this till later. I never found it for that show. So then I started meeting all these people. Mostly these guys here from phone calls, are the survivors of Fox Tractor Company, and then they started giving me all these pictures and information, and then these, of course, is the process of the machine being restored, and this is the corn head. And then all these pictures those older gentlemen gave me also. They just, they didn't really need them. I mean, these are from 1964. Those are actual, that one, and these are professionally done, that Fox Brady actually had done.
Now, did Fox ever build a implement farm tractor type?
12 of them.
They did.
12 of them in 1919.
They did.
Yep.
And then after that, they just made harvesting, forage.
Pretty much anything that the machine would pull. I mean, they got, what do they all got here? Facers, balers, feed grinders.
Tell them how the company went down. You're telling me how it was sold off,
Yeah.
how that progressed to the end of the company.
Okay, well, they started in 1919. Right here is a history a little bit. 1919. And in 1968, I think right here it says, yeah, it was sold to Coring Company. And then Coring made cranes. That was Cyberlick's, maybe, they should have opened their mind a little bit. They insisted it be sold to a company in Wisconsin because Oliver, who was in Illinois, wanted to buy it. And I've seen articles on that already where he was disappointed. They just wouldn't sell it to somebody out of the state. It's not for sale. If you were from a different state, I don't care how much money you had, it wasn't for sale. So they sold it to Coring, which was their mistake. Because Coring never built choppers. They built cranes, so what they did, all those older gentlemen told me they went through 11 presidents in 9 years. They were just practicing on that company. They just milked the profits off the company, never put much into engineering, and so on and so on. And then this guy right here, Dick Strebel, who's living yet, he was instructed by Coring, cheapen it up. So that's what they did. See, this is one of the heaviest machines they made. They made that to 76, and after that, then they went a lot lighter. You maybe seen them all. Some of them real little ones. The Perkins engine, they were too small. So what happened is you had the tail wagging the dog on the field. So then they had them till 1979, and then they sold it to a holding company from Canada. Accra, I think it was. That's not in here though. And then Accra sold it to Piper, and Piper was a billionaire from oil and stuff in the 80s, and he never built a chopper, was a farmer. He was just an investment because Fox had a good name. I think we can all agree on that. They were a tough chopper. So he milked it out till it was all done, and then he sold it to Hineker, and Hineker attempted to move the entire factory to Minnesota and set it back up. They got 50 choppers made, and by that time all the sales were gone. The reputation was out, that it was cheapened up. Everybody had went somewhere else, and they couldn't gain the market share back, and then they closed it up.
You guys talk about Fox. When I was 9 years old or 10, my dad bought a new old Eagle Fox. Silafeld.
Yeah.
So he traded that in and bought a brand new one, and I rode along with him up to Appleton to get the new Silafeld. And he took the Eagle up there, whatever he done, and they traded with the Eagle. That's when they built them in Appleton.
Yep.
Built the Silafeld.
Downtown in Appleton.
Yeah, and I remember that yet. And that was the old road along Lake Winnebago. Go all the way up into Appleton. We were all young, and we never really got scared. And he said the reason why we didn't is because we had one another. And that was what it was all about. We done it together and depended on one another. I was with the 4th CB Battalion when it liberated Guam in '44.
What does CB stand for? CB.
Construction Battalion.
Oh, okay.
Naval Construction Battalion.
Oh.
And I was always pretty proud of that. Still am.
I got a good shot of Fuzz.
We're getting filled.
They're getting filled up?
We got the pancakes now.
Right here.
There's a lot of cheese on it. Quarter pound of butter.
You're giving away your special recipe?
Yeah.
Making it public.
Yeah. You aren't going to turn this over to the health department, are you?
Nope.
We got no hair nets on.
Huh? Nope.
We aren't wearing plastic gloves. Geez. We're poisoning the people.
Smells good.
Save some for the boys there, boys. Don't worry. I don't have that one.
That's
Wow. Come on, you don't. You want more than that? Me? You don't care about me, huh?
Split them up between the two of us here.
But that's good. Give Tommy to that.
Well, we got more. Come back and
Do we get VIP parking if this is Fuzzy's car?
Is that right? That means you park over there.
VIP is across the street.
Yeah.
All right.
Go back down there and Morgan will find you someplace.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Jennifer.
Howdy.
Wherever you go and park, go down by the red tent. They're waiting for the flags.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty?
Great.
I'll be around and see me flag me down. That's what I'm for.
Some classics.
No, we got a pole right here.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Hang on to that. You and I are going to put that up in a little bit. Hang on, I'll talk to you.
What are those for?
Those are disc giveaway. They're little grease fittings. And we've got a whole pile of them, and anybody can use them. They're welcome to them.
So we've got some gentlemen ready to raise the flag. I believe they're starting. And our flag raisers today, make sure I get this right, Clark Schaefer, Bill Wettstein, Butch Rosenbaum, and Bob Blair. Gentlemen, Jim Sawyer.
Banner
toss it into the.
You guys.
Bow your heads into the
Good
prayer
job,
here
sir.
before we. Hey Fritzy, I'll take you out.
I saved his life.
You sure did.
This is our famous. That's where you pee in the eave trough. You know, put a canvas around a couple posts. Well, that's what they would do back at the old church picnics and that. You know, they just had an eave trough in there, and for the men's room, you know, they just all let it run off the end. That's the end. Running. Yeah, look at them run. See that? They do that all day long.
Yeah.
Look at now he's mad, see? You don't like the idea. Oh, that's me. Yes, hi, Jim.
Thrashing now. Have you got a schedule, you guys?
No, it's a
yeah, I
one though.
could use one.
You, yeah.
Because he wants
Yeah.
to photograph.
I want them, yeah.
Okay.
So what does thrashing mean?
Well, you're separating the grain from the stalk.
That's all it is. Doesn't mean party or.
Oh, of course. We used to have a keg of beer. Hi, how you doing? A keg of beer morning and night. We'd have a keg of beer at noon and one in the evening. And if you got done, maybe a second one.
Yeah.
The grain is there. That's the head. See them straightening them out?
Yep.
They throw them in for eggs.
So these are the butts?
Yeah, that's the butt end. Is the machine operator. He would go from farm to farm with the machine, you know, and then that was his job, you know, just run the machine. Well, they're pitching it in there, heads first, you know, and it goes through the machine. It immediately hits the cylinder. That pretty much separates all of it.
your name first?
My name's Matt Harvey. This is a 1906 GI Case 75 horse engine. Actually, at that time it was known as a 25 horse. In 1911 they changed the rating system, and before that it was drawbar horsepower, which is 25 horse, and afterwards they went to the belt horsepower, which is 75. But steam engines are kind of unique critters. It's kind of called an external combustion engine because the fire doesn't take place in the cylinder. Fire is in the firebox right here. And we're making steam. The boiler is full of water. We're making steam that goes into the cylinder, and the expansive force of the steam drives the piston back and forth. And you can kind of see that around the outside. Want to man the deck there, Phil? Sure. This is the cylinder. Steam is going in and out of both ends. So it's actually a power stroke on each end of the piston. And then the exhausted steam comes through this preheater, and it's blown into a pipe in the smoke box, and the exhausted steam is actually going up the stack, which creates a draft on the fire to make the fire burn hotter.
You own it?
Yeah.
Where do these go for?
Big secret. There's a couple of different ways you can come by them. One of them is an auction, and those you'll end up paying a pretty good price for. The other one is to buy one from your buddy. And that's the option that I opted for, and you know how buddies are.
How many chickens did you trade for this one?
Fast and on.
Oh, wow.
It burns about 5 gallons an hour. So you got 3 hours of fuel in the front and 2 hours in the back.
How old were you when you got your license?
17.
Ah.
Yeah,
First solo. When was your first solo?
Soloed on my 16th birthday, and I wanted to get my pilot's license on my 17th birthday.
Yeah.
Because that's when you can turn, when you're 17, is when you can get a pilot's license. But the weather was bad that day, so I had to wait like a month after that.
as they're going through the down the furrow.
What's your name?
Hannah Harvey.
And what do you do for this? I don't know what the steam engine plow.
I am the daughter of the engineer, so whatever he tells me to do. This is a plow. It's a 6-bottom plow for plowing. Like this. And you pull this down, and then you raise it up, put it in the ground.
Hi, I'm Adam Schudweiler. Well, that's my girlfriend.
Yeah?
But yeah, I was just riding along helping him plow with it.
How long you been doing this?
Today is my first day plowing with this, but it's been a couple of years that I've been doing this. We farm for a living too, so
What kind of stuff do you guys farm?
cows.
Cows?
A lot of cows. We got a lot of older tractors that we use too.
Yeah.
Just to screw around with plowing.
So this thing doesn't actually do any planting, right?
No.
Just like tills the soil. So you're talking to like someone who has no idea anything about what plowing is.
You see, basically you either plow or you run some other type of machine.
Yeah, anything that's belt driven you could run with a steam engine. Anything from like a corn chopper or a thresh machine or fans, feed grinders, anything you can run with a belt you can run with an engine.
Yeah. And who's the other person that's also
That's my mom. Her name is Eva Harvey. She's the wife of the engineer, so this is a family engine.
What are you guys waiting for right now?
We're filling the water tank up.
You ran out of water?
Well, you didn't run out of water, that would be very bad. But you got to make sure there's always enough water in there, because if she runs dry, that is not a good thing at all. Then it gets too hot, and that's when you start having problems. And if she's full of water, keep her good and full, then you can keep your pressure up and you can keep working.
Yeah. So how many hours in a day do you guys actually like plow and then call it a day? Like what time?
With an engine, it's pretty much for entertainment purposes these days. So until we get sick of it or until everybody else wants to plow. Nowadays with a tractor you can plow 24 hours a day if you wanted to. But
What's your typical work day on a farm? What time you get up? What time you go to sleep? When you eat?
Usually you get up around 4:30, 5, and you start milking. Depending on how many cows you got, it either takes, an hour or maybe it takes 4 hours for you to milk the cows. And usually after you milk them all, you gotta feed them. And you clean out all the manure, and you pretty much clean everything up and feed all your other animals.
When do you eat? I was there at the breakfast this morning. You guys have a lot on your plate for breakfast. Is that like normal?
Sometimes, yeah. Usually I just eat toast in the morning, or I don't eat breakfast at all. But usually you go out and do some more work, or make hay, or cut grass, or plant.
When do you eat the steaks, man? When do you eat the steaks?
Usually for dinner.
You get one of the cows and you say, sorry, but it's dinner time?
Usually. Either if we got an older cow, we'll butcher that, or a steer, which would be a male cow.
And just like a fresh prime rib?
Sometimes they're the ones that aren't so great that you don't want to ship out.
Oh yeah. So sometimes you got to put up with just eating whatever is not like a prize-winning cow.
I don't know whether like one of the wheels was, or whether it was like.
Only when there's an idea that cars could run on water.
Yeah, it's good. Hey, we got a tailgate party going on back there.
I'm having a tailgate party.
So Pat, who are these guys?
Bob Meyer.
I got the camera on you, so look back here. No, look back.
There's Bob Meyer on the left. Bev. I can't think of her last name. Mike Bird. Dorothy Ryan in the back. John Brusso in the middle. And Freddie Boom Boom on the end. He was a dynamite man.
Yeah?
And our kids always called him Freddie Boom Boom.
Why is that?
Because he did dynamite work.
Oh, he liked to blow things up?
Well, he did, yeah.
Romy Wettstein. He's uncle to John and Bill Wettstein. He would be John's uncle.
Yeah, John's great uncle.
John's great uncle.
Granduncle.
Oh yeah,
Whatever
Bill's uncle. And he's very much connected around here. He lived here all his life. He's a dairy farmer for 60 years. So, great guy.
I used to work on this farm as much as I worked at home, you know. Always helping Ray out.
Yeah.
Tell us how the day went.
Oh, we've had a great day, haven't we? Let's see what else. We had a 3-row chopper here from the upper part of the state. And you have to remember everything here is for free and donated. So all the efforts here are voluntary, and that's why I think everything runs so well. Otherwise, I'm just grateful that we had such a big crowd, and I hope everybody had a good time.
How young are you?
The weather.
How young are you?
I'm 79 years old, and this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
And wave. I'm gonna get him when he comes back from peeing.